Hi everyone, welcome to Otaku Saga. I'm DK.
I'm Rizzo.
And I'm Zero, and Dan Anime Reaction watched the first episode of Berserk 2016.
If you want to check out our reaction to the first episode of Berserk 2016, hit that link in the description below.
And be sure to give us feedback in the comment section because we love hearing from you.
And as always, if you like what you see, subscribe to Otaku Saga. And don't forget to like and share our videos.
And
thanks for watching.
So,
yeah.
as far as my first impressions go for the new Berserk, I really am not a fan of 3D, especially when the whole series is done in 3D. But I mean, the story is pretty interesting. I just, for me, I'm going to have to really just look past the CG because it's kind of grating for me.
Yeah, I mean, it's a weird transition. Some of the transitions that they do here, it just seems awkward. And then there was like the close-up of the old man's face, Adolf. And that seemed kind of weird, or that first meeting of Adolf, where you see the outline of his hair and stuff like that. That seemed really weird to me. But other than that, I love the CG.
It had its moments. It for sure had.
Puck looks really weird.
Androgynous.
In most shots that he's even shown in, he looks absolutely bizarre to me. Like, it could also have to do with the fact that he's, what's the word?
Sort of androgynous fairy thing.
And he's not wearing any clothes on top of that. It could have to do with that, but there was a lot of times, like, during the episode, I mentioned when he was gritting his teeth. Like, when Guts would grit his teeth, it wouldn't be so bad because it's more realistic and you saw each individual tooth. But when Puck does it, he just has 2 rows of like straight white with no differences in each tooth.
So that sort of comical approach is better for 2D than 3D. Maybe.
Not necessarily, because that's when it's showing Puck realistically. Like the shots where Puck's shown more comically, that's fine. But when he's shown realistically, it just really falls into Uncanny Valley for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the CG does have its moments. I think this whole art style, though, is meant to highlight Guts just being a badass. Because during the fight scenes, I think that's where it really pops out. You get those nice sweeping shots, you can see the details, the scratches, the scaling on his armor. It kind of works there, not so much for, well, basically the non-fight scenes, I think.
And I think that really, goes back to what I was saying about Adolf. He looked kind of weird. Colette's looked decent, but yeah, the majority of this budget was spent on Guts and Guts alone.
Which, I mean, of course, you would figure since he's going to be showing up in every episode.
Yeah.
Some more CG characters that looked weird. The bandits, I guess. The mercenaries. But come on, they're really just bandits. They looked really weird, but I mean, they would have been really weird character designs even if it were traditional animation, so.
Yeah, that just comes down to their core design.
Yeah, pretty much. They're supposed to be the like outcasts.
Well, yeah, but if there's anything kind of weird about it, is that they try to have like sort of, for lack of a better term, effect lines on a 2D on a 2D kind of plane, but on a 3D character. It kind of creates a little bit of a visual disconnect. But other than that, though, it's all right because. It fulfilled the purpose for which it was implemented, making Guts look badass.
And I think it succeeds epically in that aspect. I overall like it. I don't know, do we want to actually talk about the story at all?
That's more of your guys' department.
It is continuing kind of where it left off. Got to still branded, haunted by the depths of the Band of the Hawk.
Yeah.
And the spirits are still coming after him in mass. Not a whole lot new there. But they introduced, I think this is good for introducing people to Berserk. Did a decent job, and that was one of my concerns coming into it, is like whether or not they can ease in first-time viewers. And I think they did that pretty well with this first episode. They pretty much got the core of the story down.
Yeah, you definitely got this. You definitely can tell that he's haunted. You can definitely tell there's something about his brand. Obviously, you get all of his outfit going on. You got the cannon. You got what it can do, and you got the instance where he was like, "Yeah, I got it bitten off by an evil spirit." And then you got this flashback of basically that horrific scene at the end of the first season, where the Band of the Hawk just gets destroyed, and it's all Griffin's fault.
So, yeah.
I don't know. As a first-time watch, what do you think?
I think it was good for easing somebody into it. I didn't feel like completely lost, which I do often feel when I watch second series. I don't know. For me, it's kind of a wait and see. A lot, like in the first episode, a lot of it was me getting eased into that art style.
Oh, okay.
Like the art is a huge thing. So I guess we'll have to see where it goes.
All right.
Well, that about wraps it up for this episode of Anime Reaction. As always, I'm Rizzo.
I'm Zero.
I'm DK.
See you next time.